So I'm going to go ahead here and go right here. We'll work that. I think I applied too much. This is giving like UK baddie bright under eye. Hi friends! Welcome to another beauty review where I take a product and see if it's worth your hard-earned dollars. And if you stick around till the end, you'll get to see if it's a purchase or a pass. Aww. Now for today's review is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Press Powder. And I have the shade Cocoa Truffle. I have the new and reformulated powder. If you're not up to speed yet, let me catch you up. So Huda Beauty launched the original Easy Bake Press Powder a while back, and the crowd did not go wild. Nope. Basically, a lot of people were saying it really didn't do much for them and it wasn't worth their dollars. So Huda Beauty took that feedback, she went back to the lab and she reformulated. She came out with the brand new Easy Bake Press Powder, which is what we are reviewing today. So cue the music and let's get to the review. So on the Huda Beauty website here, it does retail for $40 and it has a 4.9 stars out of 5. On the Sephora website, it has a 4.8 stars out of 5. And it reads, it is a superfine pressed powder with a 12-hour shine control for non-caking airbrush matte finish. Now, as I'm scrolling through, because I have tried this out already, the first ingredient is mica. Now, as a makeup artist, when I see an ingredient like mica, the first thought that comes to my mind is this is going to be for oily skin. So someone like me who gets really oily in their T-zone here, this powder is probably going to be a pretty big benefit because it's going to absorb the oils up and give me that smooth matte finish that I'm looking for. Now, if you are dry or some people have like flakes around their nose, well, that just means you need to exfoliate. But some people actually really do have really dry skin and they do get cracks around their nose, their forehead and whatnot. If you have dry skin, you're probably not going to be a fan of this. Also though, what I've noticed, but I'm going to try this on and show you guys, but this gives actual coverage. In my mind, with all the different shades that are on the website, with the pink one, the more peach one, I was thinking more of a pressed translucent powder. So I'm going to go ahead here and take some product. I'm going to dust the excess on the back of my hand. And let's go right here. We'll work that. I think I applied too much. This is giving like UK baddie bright under eye. Is it not? But let me just fix this real quick. But I applied way too much. Hold on. Press this in, but instantly you can see how mattifying that is. Dab that in. Not only does this give that instant matte look, but it feels matte. Like it definitely absorbs all my oils up. So before, after, and then let's go right in here on my forehead. Yeah. I mean, it definitely does what it says. It's going to give you a mattifying airbrush matte finish, fuller coverage look. I don't want to use the word cakey because I don't think it's really giving cakey. I think it's just more of a matte, foolproof look, if that makes sense. I'm going to apply a little bit more on my forehead because it's so strong. It reminds me of this review that I did for L'Oreal. If you haven't seen this review, I'll put the link somewhere here on this video screen, but this here, instant, like, that's what this does here. This is the powder version of this. That's the best way I can describe it. So if you don't want coverage on top of your makeup that you've already done, then yeah, just stick to the translucent shade. But if you don't mind just a little bit more coverage under the eye or even on the forehead, then I would get one that has a shade to it. Oh, I feel like my nose looks like it disappeared. Let me just do that there. So So this definitely took care of my oil here that I had in my T-zone. So it's nice and mattified. It is giving that smooth effect here, that airbrush matte finish that we're looking for. This is too mattifying for me, so I would not leave the house just looking like this. So I'm actually gonna apply setting spray on right now, and let's wrap this up. For the cost, it does say what it does. It does mattify. It does give you that airbrush finish. So if you don't mind the dollars, then yes, this is worth the purchase. If you are a baddie on a budget, then you might want to save your dollars because you're not getting much product. So if you have a combination to oily skin and you can afford it, then she's a purchase. If you enjoyed this week's beauty review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I'll see you next week with a brand new video. As always, stay fabulous.